Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Joe Daddy's Garage. This is my Thursday afternoon live stream. We normally do these on Mondays and Thursdays. Monday nights at 7, Thursdays at 3. And that is so we can pick up people in different countries like Europe, and stuff and get them involved and be part of the process. This live stream can go a variety of different ways. Typically, we focus on classic cars, Mustangs, Camaros, Firebirds, Mopars, whatever. And we try to answer questions. If somebody has a subject that they need answered, question need answered, we try to answer that for them. And, if I can't answer it, well, then the people over in the chat box, they can help out. Typically, they may have more information than I do. And, good answers, get a bell. Got to get a reward for a good answer, right? So it's been a good day so far. The weather has been up and down recently. We had a little bit of we had kind of some really, let's say, early summer type of weather recently after that big cold snap that everybody went through. And then it started to drop down again. Currently, it's 70 degrees here in Georgia, which is fantastic. And it looks like they had predicted some colder temperatures over the next couple days, but it looks like the lows maybe on Sunday says 30 degrees, maybe on the low. Otherwise, 57, 59, 63, nice temperatures during the day. So anyway, the reason I even bring that up is I think I'm making a road trip. Pretty sure I'm going to make a road trip. If you look behind me, that is not the Brooklyn Pony. That is the Stray Pony. And it's going to go to Texas. I talked about it before, that I was going to try to maybe reduce some of the stuff that I had around here. And I offered, to sell this 65 Mustang. And somebody from Texas is buying it. Anyway, so I had to get it out of the garage, make sure it started up and it still runs and drives and all that stuff. And I pulled it in here and was just kind of going over pieces and parts that are with the car. So anyway, that's where we're at with this what's going on today. So let me see who's here. We have Brian Bergman checking in, Rusty's Mustang Garage, Jeff Reynolds. Hello, everyone. I have no car questions this Thursday. Sorry. Oh, well, you come up with something, I'm sure. Leonard Gilbreth checking in. Scott Keeney. Hello to everyone. RJ. Jerry from Middle Tennessee. Today is 68 degrees and full sunshine. A welcome arrival. I agree. Owen X plays. Hello. Glad you're here. Out of Gas Garage. Hello, Barry and all. That should be Ricard, I believe. Denny Alvey. Good afternoon. Rick Gain. It's 44 in New Jersey. Well, that's probably a good thing, I guess. Owen says, what's today's live about? Well, right now, it is just a general conversation. I did that live stream. What was that? Was it yesterday? Tuesday? I don't know. Must have been Tuesday, where I had worked on the fenders for Jade. And I had been, I did the block sanding and stuff like that. And so it looks like I've gotten some pretty good feedback from that. I have to see if it's something I can do consistently, and maybe that's what Thursday will turn into. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll do more live streams during the week. I don't know yet. It has to be of value, and by that I mean it has to be a value for me to do it and YouTube to pay me money to make it happen. Otherwise, it's not really, it's not financially beneficial, put it that way. So I'm trying to make sure that the things that I do will generate income, because this is all I'm doing right now. And so I need to have income. So let me see who else is here. Robert, Infernal Craftsman, afternoon all. In the shop, finishing up the propane natural gas conversion on the generator. I'm looking forward to that. And I also got to enjoy some brisket the last couple of days. Thank you, Robert. My wife saw the package in the fridge and said, what's wrapped up in that paper? And I said, that's brisket. She didn't try it, though. I don't know why, but I ate it. Had it for lunch the last couple days. Good stuff. Harvey, Raleigh Cat Garage, checking in. Rick, will there be views on a stray pony? Yes, I am actually making a video. I promised a video a long time ago that I would make on the car. And so, I got it out of the garage and I've done a walk around and detailed some certain things about this car. And even I am still, even though I've had it for, a couple of years, I guess, I don't know how long, I'm still kind of shocked at the condition of it. I said it was in great shape. And the only flaws that I can really find, and this is after looking it over pretty good, was the two little holes on top of the frame rails in the trunk have just a little bit of, just a tiny bit of material gone. That's pretty much it. The quarters, all that stuff, all just fantastic condition. So, Leonard, I was going to say that ain't Jade. Nope, not Jade. Alto, hey there, love your channel. Alto Contracting, Inc. Thank you, appreciate that. Ronald Bell, hey Barry, checking in from Northeast Tennessee, welding and seat risers in my 73 Mach 1 while I listen to the live stream. Cool, glad you're here. Owen says, okay, Rusty's Mustang Garage, upper 50s next week, but this weekend still in the 30s, yeah. 67 Dodge, I saw some cheap high-tech base coat. It says it's polyester base coat. I thought most base coat was urethane based. Have you heard of this before? Doesn't sound too good, does it? I cannot give you an answer on that because I have not heard of that either. So, high tech. It must be something that you just do one of those paint and sell type of things, maybe. I don't know. Troy, good to see you, Barry. I'm glad. Well, I wish I could see all of you. All I see is my face and comments, which can get kind of boring looking at my own face. Surge, my Kia Sorento key fob won't release the trunk. It only flashes the four ways, but doesn't get released. What could be the problem? That's an interesting question. So you're trying to use the key fob to release the trunk. It only flashes the four ways, but doesn't get released. What could be the problem? Well, I don't know if there's a fuse or something involved with the mechanical mechanism in the trunk. There's got to be something because it's, it has to have a solenoid or something that triggers the trunk release. So either there's a problem with that device or the wiring, or if there's a fuse involved, then it would be the fuse. That would be my assumption. So without knowing, like if you hit it, if you can hear the hear making noise, maybe there's something else going on. But normally I would focus on, first listen for it and see if it does anything, even tries to move, and then go from there. Jessica, good afternoon all. Glad you're here. What are you saying there? I don't know what you're saying, Owen. Car joke I see on TikTok was so funny, I almost fell in my garage. Not sure what that is. Power Ranger checking in. Glad you're here. Rick, I was really interested in that car, just couldn't do it now with all that I've got going on. Yep, I understand. It's a very solid car. Crash Rider, good afternoon from Southern Indiana. Can't stay long. Have an ill pet that has to go to the vet. Don't forget to give Joe Daddies a big thumbs up. Thank you. Yes. Let's see. Serge, thanks, buddy. And then Robert, on the Sorento, you have to go through the rear hatch relearn procedure, assuming it is an electric lift hatch. So that's some good information. So Robert, I'm not sure where you could find that, if there's a process for that relearn function, but maybe that's part of the problem, or what's going on with it. Like I said, if I don't have an answer, typically the people over here in the chat box do. But I do have a responsibility to drink some coffee right now. Anyway, so like I said, I brought the stray pony into the garage, had to move some things out of the way. But the car is a V8 3-speed manual, 4-wheel, drum brake, standard type of brakes on it. And I noticed it has an export brace. So somebody has added the export brace, which is cool. I don't know where the original braces are. Not that it matters. The export brace does the job. The only thing I probably would have done different was this model car had the welded in braces, welded to the shock towers. I probably would have removed that, smoothed out the welds and stuff before putting in that export brace, but it doesn't hurt anything. It's just a visual thing that I would do. Tony, glad you're here. Glad you're here. Elliot, love your channel. What do you think about converting a coupe to a fastback? Is it a good idea? Thinking of doing a 67 coupe to fastback. What are the pros and cons? Any info would be great. I'm not against it. I just like doing it from the right pieces. Like I've seen people take a 60, like a fastback roof. They just cut the roof and top of the quarters off and weld it onto a coupe. And it seems to be kind of it works, but it feels like a shortcut. It doesn't feel good to me. If I were doing one, I would probably do the full conversion where I get the kit from like Dynacorn, get the sides. So it's all structurally solid. Just makes more sense to me. In fact, we have one on here. I have some pictures from Bad Harry that he started with pieces and parts of a 67, I think it was, fastback. And I think, no, that's a different one. Sorry. And he has built his own car out of it. Now, what he did was he used, where is it at? So here's some shots of it. He's got the full quarters, from Dynacorn. Put in he actually used a full floor pan and everything, and just built this car. And it was a coupe, but like I'm saying, he used the full panels to make it happen, and it looks fantastic. So I don't know if that answers your question or not, but maybe it answers something. Rick Stevenson checking in. Glad you're here. Okay, so sir, just replying to Robert saying I will try a hammer if that doesn't work. yeah, that's the unfortunate problem or unfortunate thing about having electrical devices operate our stuff, right? We're so used to a remote or power windows or power seats or various things, and then when something breaks or fails, then we're struggling with how to get around that and how to fix it. I know when I had my little Ford Focus that I was driving, for some reason, I could not get the right rear door open. I mean, you could pull on the handle, you could hear the lock twitch and move and stuff. You could hit the lock release, wouldn't open. And I was going to sell this car, and I thought, well, I need to make sure this opens, because somebody buying it, they want to have access to that back. And for me, it didn't matter because I was just the only person driving it. So I started looking at it, and when you think about it, what do you do to get in there? How do you get access to that stuff? So I had to get in the back seat. I disassembled the handle, the latch, and I was able to manipulate it just enough to get the door open. So once I had the door open, that's all I needed. That was my foot in the door, so to speak. Well, come to find out, somebody, maybe the door was locked or something, and they yanked too hard on the internal handle. And rather than break the handle, it actually bent the short rod that actuates the main rod. Okay, because it's like a crank device. You pull and it pulls one way and then pushes the other piece the other way, right? And all it was that little rod was bent just a tiny little amount. And I took the latch apart, straightened out that rod, put it back together, boom, it worked. But it's just those things that how do you get into it if you can't get the door panel off or whatever? It takes some thinking, and I've had to deal with that on many things. Rick, are the doors on a fastback the same as a coupe? Yes, same doors. Jerry, a hammer will solve electrical or mechanical. Wait, a hammer will solve electrical or mechanical problem. Yeah, at times. Elliot, thanks for the info. I just can't find a 6.7 fastback. When I do, it's stupid expensive. Yes, I agree, and the prices are they're going crazy. And that's why I would rather do the conversion myself. I was looking at buying a 67 coupe and doing that conversion on it. I don't know if the guy backed out on the offer that I made him, or if I need to throw some more money towards him. I don't know, but I think it would make a fantastic video series to do that. But I just you can't find them. And I did find one 67 coupe. It's out of state, and he's had it for sale for quite a while, but it's like in the middle of a forest. So it might not be even worth messing with. I don't know yet. Caden, no, I'm going to reset that. Caden, the regular checking in. All is well. Propane crisis was averted. Okay, good. Big Red, hi Barry, brightest part of my day so far. Cool, glad to hear that. And Out of Gas Garage, Rick, at Rick, same doors, different windows. Yes, yeah. The difference is the doors or the windows themselves. So, Marshall, big howdy from another Georgian here. Loving the weather we're having. Just need a little warmer to spray the lizard skin. Yep. Yeah, you should be getting pretty close, aren't you? I mean, I know we talked. You had mentioned before that you're getting pretty close to having it buttoned up, and maybe that's when again I need to make a road trip and come up there and see you. As it is, I'm trying to take care of several things. If I do make this road trip, obviously, got to get a trailer because Roger has a trailer next door, but I don't know that we want to drag that trailer back. Taking it to Texas, an empty trailer, you're just dragging an empty trailer. But I think I'm gonna, as it is, I think we're gonna rent a U-Haul trailer, take it out to Texas, and leave the trailer. Be done with it. So unless somebody needs something hauled back from the Houston area, might be able to work something out. But I doubt anybody is in short notice going to be able to come up with something. Caden, did you participate in Tool Tuesday? Tool Tuesday? No, I don't guess so. I don't know what Tool Tuesday is. I'm at a loss for that. I don't know if you were here on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. I did my live stream where I was block sanding. That's the only thing I did on Tuesday. What else was there? There was something else I was going to mention. Just trying to keep. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm trying to get another video up for tomorrow, and that video is going to be spraying high build on the body, the fenders, and balance panels and that sort of thing. I know it feels like it's out of sequence, but that one is that video. I've already made another video after that I posted yesterday. And that's where I welded shut the holes for the emblems. And then of course you can see that fender head primer on it. But the next, like I said, the next video for tomorrow, it'll have the primer and then block sanding of the hood, stuff like that, so that that's showing, and give you some ideas as to how that works. Now, one thing I did get in conversations on the live stream I did on Tuesday was a lot of people, they were happy to see the real time of the work. So, when I do my editing, I don't want to make a video. I can make a video that's hours and hours long just based on what I'm doing, block sanding and applying filler. And, if I didn't cut it or if I didn't edit it down or time lapse some of that stuff, nobody's going to watch that video. But the feedback that I got from that live, which I had nothing really planned. I was just like, okay, I'm going to set this up, and if somebody wants to watch, fine. If not, that's fine too. I'm just going to try it and see what happens. But it gave everybody a perspective as to how long something like that takes. So I'm sitting there, block sanding out the Merca guide coat, and the video itself, I think it was like 45 minutes long. And in that time, I talked a bit and I showed some things, but that was only one fender, so got my nose is itching for some reason. But anyway, it gave people perspective. Like, we used to have a joke at the body shop that said, everybody wants to do body work until they do body work. And then they realize this is in some aspect, a mind-numbing experience. You're block sanding. You just block, and look at it and make sure it looks right. By the time you do that over the whole car, you're kind of a little bit crazy on the end. But anyway, so it gave, again, people perspective on how long some of this stuff actually takes. Leonard, U-Haul is the way to go. Thank you for that. I have to call them or make arrangements because I have not done that yet. So I may have to do that yet today. And if so, I'll pick it up tomorrow and then make the trip on Saturday. So Caden, Tool Tuesday, reviewing a tool on Tuesday or showing and bragging about your new tools. Oh, yeah, I have not participated in that. Maybe I should. Jessica, yeah, spring is starting to show its head here out in Central California. I'll have to go out to Turner's soon. Okay. RJ, there's always a car to buy that you can bring home with your trailer. Yeah, I thought about that. But I don't have time to hunt for one. So, Caden, I wouldn't care. I would still watch it if you finish Jade. Maybe you should do a time-lapse video from start to finish. Yeah, I thought about that. And unfortunately, when I started Jade, I really didn't have like my time-lapse camera that I use a lot, my little Osmo. I could probably take pieces of the other videos and maybe put them together. If you go back to the Mystique videos, I had a vision in mind when I started on that car that I did not create with Jade. And by that, I mean, I took a video of Mystique. If you go back to the first video, and I took different shots of that car backing out of the garage, and I had a camera underneath the car and you could see all that stuff. And then I took a walk around video, and then I also when I did the final video, I did the same thing, and I also transitioned it. So as the car was backing up, I was able to capture it, old footage, and as it backed away, it turned into new footage with the completed car. Some of my favorite editing, really. I really enjoyed doing that, but I did not have that in mind when I did Jade. In fact, the first video that I made for Jade, I really don't like it because I filmed it with my phone. I was experimenting, and I should have known better. I experimented by making that video on my phone just to see how well it would work. And the video kind of has a waviness to it. It's like when you pan, you can see it kind of maybe lags in a few spots and looks weird. So I wish I had some better footage of the car from the start, but I don't. So let me see here. Elliot, if you decide to do this, coupe to fastback, how much would you charge for a project like this? That's a good question. Because whenever if I decide to do one, I'm only doing the sheet metal. I'm not doing any interior work. I'm not doing any mechanical work. I'll do the sheet metal, and that's it. And that's my goal moving forward. I want to focus on getting sheet metal stuff in here and out of here. I feel like that is probably going to be the bread and butter for me, because I can still make videos on it, and I can, make some money from people that want that work done. Now, the kit, you can look up the kits on those, all the panels. It's probably around $5,000 for all the sheet metal. And then, of course, the condition of the car, the donor car, has to be right. or we end up fixing a lot of things with that as well. So, there's multiple things that get involved with doing that sort of work. So I can't really just say be X, a car that's in good shape, I might be able to do it for, and I'm just ballparking here. I don't know, with the kit and everything, maybe $10,000. But again, that's sheet metal. That's not paint. That's not, that's the parts, and that's doing all the work and putting it together. Now I'm just ballparking there because there's so many variables that come into play. Jessica, nope, I know better. That's why the Yukon is at the body shop. So is that okay. Big Red, I learned a lot by watching the video Tuesday. Not boring to me. Yeah, I get that. And it's on the live stream videos, what they normally do, like YouTube, they'll have one ad that pops up, and that's fine. I mean, that's how they operate. Other videos, if I load a video, it'll put 3 or 4 ads on. Now, of course, advertisers pay for that time slot. That's how it works. On the live streams, there's usually there'd be one video in the beginning, and that's it. And I think I'd have to go back to edit that and put in, allow for more ads to pop up. And of course, the idea is revenue. It's a revenue. You got to have ways to make revenue. That's why I have Patreon going and that sort of thing. So, but it was. I mean, I like doing it. I may do some more of that. It's hard for me to say on Tuesdays I'm going to do this because I don't know what is on my schedule. I don't know what's coming, as far as my tasks. So, Marshall, Barry, you ever hit up the Caffeine and Octane show first Sunday of the month at Perimeter Mall? Lots of late model stuff, usually good classics too. It's a huge show. No, have not been there. I think that might be a bit out of my way, but you never know. You never know. Nick Pixel checking in. Hard for me to catch midday streams, but wanted to pop in and say hi. Many blessings. Thank you, Nick. Thanks for stopping by. Caden, eventually, Barry, I'm going to send you sheet metal shears. Okay. That sounds fine. Rick, any issues upgrading to a 22-gallon fuel tank in a Coupe 65? That's the plan for my car. The only thing I know is it raises the top of the tank, from my understanding. I think. I think that's what it does. It makes it taller, and I think it evens it out. I think that's what is that how it works? Yeah. I think it raises the top of the tank technically. It makes it more level with the drop-off panels. I think is what it does. And that's all it does is reduce your footprint in the trunk. Less space. I could be wrong, but I'm sure somebody else will correct me if I am. Scott, speaking of Coupe Fastback projects, sent you pics of a 68 Cougar Fastback project for sale on Marketplace. Asking price is $7,500. All right. That looks, well, I'll pull those pictures up. That looks interesting. I think we talked about those kind of things before. The idea of making a Cougar into a fastback. Well, where'd it go? Oh, hold on a second. My little pop-up window is not going correctly. I don't know what that is. That's not, no. What the heck? Oh, wait a minute. I hit the wrong button. I hit the video instead of the picture. What was I thinking? So we're going to pull these up real quick and get a look at this Cougar fastback conversion. Now, as I said before, I think it works as long as you're using the body lines from a 68 or 67. I don't think the 65 makes sense to me. It's too small for that car and just doesn't just doesn't look right. So let me see what this picture looks like right here. See, that's the 60, that's the 65 or 6. Isn't that the smaller roof line? Or is it? No, that one may be. That one looks like a 68. Yeah, it looks like they started on this a long time ago and then gave up. I mean, it gives it a different look, that's for sure. That's for sure. Whether I'd want to drive that, I can't say. But it definitely gives it a different look. I don't like the way that trunk has that nasty looking weld, going into the existing trunk. That may be part of the visual problem, but anyway, interesting. Robert, yep, the tank is taller. You need a conversion filler neck. So thank you for that. Leonard, your video on putting the emblems on was helpful. The one of the fenders, okay, was helpful. One of the fenders doesn't have the holes for the sport script. Well, I'm glad it was helpful. Denny, you were right about the tank. You lose a little trunk room. There we go. Nick, hi, Barry. It's beautiful today, and I can't wait to get home and work on the car. So nice. That's a good plan, Nick. Marshall, with how much they want for fastback specific pieces, I wonder if you're not near break-even point cost-wise, just paying more up front for the fastback and end up with a real factory fastback. Just my 2 cents. Well, it depends on what you pay for those parts. If you can find the right vendor and the right price, it's probably worth it. But you're right. The difficulty is you buy one of the real fastback. I know where there's a 68 right now that it's just sitting on a trailer, and I at one point I offered them $8,000 for it, and they said no. The guy wants $30,000 for this 68 fastback that's needs all redone. So I understand the idea of taking the a coupe and converting it, because there's like this coupe right here. It's pretty rock solid. I wouldn't want to touch this and cut it up, but there are people that would be happy to cut this up because it's got such a solid floor pan and all that sort of thing. So I understand what you're saying, but if you're paying 30 or 15, 20 grand for a fastback that needs all the stuff rebuilt, you're really just buying numbers when it comes down to it. So I'm more interested in doing the coupe conversion because I think I'd come out ahead. Granted, people might be going, well, the fastback is worth this much money and the conversion is worth this much money, but I'm sure there's somebody going to buy it. So Caden and Nick conversing. Brian, Barry, been years since I painted a car, so I'm not up on material prices. I priced my paint base at a local shop. It was $300 per gallon. Clear was $200. Is that average, or should I shop around? That's probably pretty average, to be honest. Elliot, I understand that's actually a good price for you. Good price, plus you do great work. I will keep that in mind. The funny thing is that I could find convertible all day long for a great price, but I can't find a fastback. Yeah, the thing, I mean, really, you can convert a convertible. You can. I don't know if I don't know. I'm sure you can turn a convertible into a fastback if you really wanted to. Scott, agree. I like the coupe look better on a Cougar. Yes. Denny, looks like an older Barracuda. Yeah, that's a good point. Let me see that again. Yeah, it kind of does have that look to it. Kind of. Like I said, I'm not high up on my like list. Caden, have you seen the Cummins CUDA? No, I have not. RJ, I guess there is a interior cost with the fastback converting also. There would be, because the panels and stuff. Now, I assume they make those panels. I have not researched it. I'm sure they do, but the interior, all the interior trim panels, you'd have to put those in. Now, granted, from the doors forward, not a big deal. It's it's all the same stuff. You just have to have, like, if you wanted to put in the folding seat and that sort of thing, that's gonna add up. So I'm sure they make them because fastbacks are so popular. I'm sure they make those pieces, but I have no idea what that stuff costs. Far away checking in. I'm glad you're here, man. Been watching your videos. I got to paint that motorcycle gas tank soon, so always good information on your videos. If you haven't seen his, go check him out. Nope. I'm not taking phone calls right now. Thanks anyway. I'm sure it's just a telemarketer telling me that I get a cheaper discount on my credit card. Some junk. Marshall. That Cougar almost looks like they use a 65.6 roof line than a 67.8 deck lid. Kind of strange flow to that one on me. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at the vent window thing. If it had a more detailed side shot, I don't think that's a 65 or 6. I think that's a 67 and 8 roof. And I also wonder about the transition into the door. Like if you look up the body line, it looks like it fattens out somehow, and where the door and goes up past the rain gutter, it almost looks like it has to taper behind the door some weird way. I don't know. Again, not on my list. You're welcome, Far Away. Glad you're here. Oh, we have Poiterson. Good morning from Australia. That, my friend, is a different name. I know I haven't seen that name before. But I'm glad you're here. Pradkins, my dream car is a 55 Chevy Bel Air. They're still out there. Leonard, that's definitely not a 65 or 66 roof. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. As I was looking at like I said, the little vent window opening, it looks like this 7 or 8 to me. It looks like they have other projects going on around that place, wherever it is. There's other Mustangs and trucks and stuff. I'm more interested in the Model A in the background, to be honest. Pradkin, how do you use it? Oh, we were on here before about this Pathfinder, weren't you? How do you use a 2015 Nissan Pathfinder factory navigation Platinum? No idea. Brian, I'm always getting telemarketers telling me the factory warranty on my 96 Ford Ranger is about to expire. Yeah. Well, I've had it on. I mean, I had a 2012 or something GMC truck that I sold 5 years ago. Nobody ever keeps up with that. It's sold. You can tell them. I said, why don't you update your database so you know that I don't even own this truck anymore? That's the kind of thing. And then the other one was the IRS. You get this robot call. Your IRS number has been, you've been found to making illegal paper contact with your IRS number. You will be arrested. Send money now. That one's my favorite. I think that's my favorite one because I've actually saved some of those just to hear the robot call, because one of the things that gives it away really fast is the not understanding how English works. That's usually the really good giveaway, that they don't understand how that works, or do I have one on here? I thought I had saved one. No, maybe not. Nope. I just think it's funny. It's just funny. Brad can get a Ford F-150, and then how's the factory warranty expired? Oh, and Nissan has an extended warranty. Yeah, I'm not sure how the warranties. I've never bought a warranty on any vehicle. Whatever the factory gave me, that's all I ever had. But I've only bought one new vehicle, two new vehicles. Yeah, I've only ever bought 2 new vehicles in my life, and I didn't get the extended warranty on either one. Leonard, did you catch the video of him cutting a 56 Bel Air out of a tree? No, I did not. I did not. Predgens, Nissan, yeah, extended warranty. Elliot, I purchased a 64.5 Mustang convertible from the original owner. It has 76,000 miles documented. It has 98% of the car. I want to restore it, but I should keep it all original or rest of mod. What do you think? Well, that is a tough question. 64.5 Mustang convertible. You know, if it's in that good a shape, I'd probably keep it original. You know, it's not, to me, it's not worth it. You could find a basket case convertible that you can do whatever you want with. But once that car is, I don't know what your mods, you know, what you want to mod, but once it's, you know, cut or whatever, value is going to drop. There's certain value to those kind of cars that are, you don't find them. So I'd keep it original. Let's see. Warrior, I have a 1970 Ford Mustang Coupe, 351 Cleveland engine. What tires do you recommend I put on those? What tires? Like what kind of tires, or what size tires, or what? That's kind of a tough question. Do you have stock wheels? Are you looking at putting on larger wheels? You know, lots of variables to that kind of question. Brad, can we get a 2019 Chevy Malibu LT turbo charge? It goes quick. Yeah. Yeah, all those turbo cars. Well, most turbo cars are pretty quick. Far away, did you drill the holes to the fender for the emblem? If so, what size tip did you use? I did. And it's on that video. I used a number 30 bit. You know, it's an old aircraft bit that I use. They go by number 30. I think it's 0.127, but it should be an 1/8 inch from what I gather. I show that, I do some measurements on it, on the little push pins and stuff. And I think the either 1/8 or number 30 bit will work fine. Pratchins, Chevy Malibu, it's not new, it's used, it's 2 years old. Yep. Let's see, wait a minute, R4 Oodles, the Tiny Tool and Do It Yourself channel. Okay, it's an interesting title you have there, or name for your channel. First time here, I'm trying to get a 69 VW dune buggy up and going right now. Cool. Have you seen my dune buggy? Have you seen my videos? Because I have it's a Balboa, Lido, or El Lobo, one of the two. I have videos on that where I actually built a whole new, or took a standard chassis and shortened it 14.5 inches or so. But yeah, so I can appreciate the work being done on dune buggies. RJ, what do you think about working with a body rotisserie? I've used them. I like them. I've used them at the body shop. Now I don't have one here, partly because I don't know where I'd put it. You know, I have limited space, and you know, I'm just running out of. I don't know where I would store it. You know, without taking it all apart and doing something with it. But I do like using rotisseries. Brian, about the 64.5 Stang, they are only original once, so I agree with Barry. Yeah, yep. I mean, and I understand the idea of wanting to rest mod stuff, but you know, it's just like I would love to have a hot rod Model A, like I want a 31 pickup truck. I would love to have one hot rodded out, big fat tires, and just drive the thing. But I could not make myself. If I had found one that was original and somebody said, here you go, you can have it, I couldn't cut it up. I just couldn't. I'd have to restore it. I'd have to make it back to the way it was, because it's not, if I had one that somebody else had already, cut up and modified or whatever, I'm okay with that. But for me, I would just have a hard time messing up a vehicle like that. So keep that car original if you can. You'll get benefits out of that down the road. Tiny tool. Nope. I'll check it out. Yeah, it's well, I think I titled everything Speed Buggy. So have a look at it. You might like it. Rick, T-tops, black paint, eagle on the hood with a Hemi on, and a 67 fastback to annoy the purists. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure where you're at, Pradkins, talking about your phone and owner's manual and stuff. But like I said, I will be working on or try to get the next video up tomorrow. And there'll be 2 versions of it. I've said it before. One's going to be on Patreon, one's going to be on YouTube. And also I have a video to edit from Len Ekema on his Mercury, his Caliente. So I need to get that processed. I do have other footage and stuff that I'm working on. And, the hard part is still, getting to the, getting time to do all the editing and that sort of thing. But, and that's where the live stream, like I did the other day, I think it was Crash Rider had commented that, I think it was Crash Rider had commented that with that, you don't have to do any editing. You just set it up, film it, let it go, and you're done. That has some value to that. And again, it may be something I have to pursue down the road. But as it is, I've got this video working on for the Stray Pony. I'll probably shoot a little more footage on that. And there was another one, I think, another one that I'm working on. Anyway, there's all kinds of stuff I'm trying to process and keep moving. Okay. Well, it looks like, we're 48 minutes into it. We've got 35 viewing, and that's fine. I'm probably not going to go much longer today. I want to get some stuff boxed up, make arrangements for the trailer and stuff like that, and check out my own vehicle, make sure it's ready to go, and get ready for a road trip. Hopefully the weather's good and we don't have any problems. But unless there's somebody else that has a question or a comment or an idea or something like that, I'm probably going to just call this one a day and move on. So I'll give you 30 seconds. Tick, 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 tick. Anyway, enough time for some coffee. Let's see. Yeah, Brian says, take your car for Pradkin, take your car to the dealership and ask for a salesman. They will probably help you with your nav, then try to sell you a new car. Yeah, that is true. Rick Stevenson, thumbs up. Thank you, man. Scott Keeney, have a safe trip. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, it's been great. It was short-lived, short day, but that's okay. I want to still continue doing these things. I like having people here, having subjects and conversations, and maybe again I will do something with the hands-on live stream. I'll see how that goes. Maybe that's what I start doing now on Thursdays. Haven't decided yet, but if I do, you'll know. So that'll be it. I'm gonna call it a day, and y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.